Nigeria is a country richly blessed in not just natural, but also human resources. From the north to the south, the east and west of Nigeria, this country is thoroughly blessed, and I am blessed to be a Nigerian. And it's on this note of appreciation of the Nigerian entity that we welcome you to another beautiful time on Executive Discourse, coming to you on the network service of the NTA. My name is Ololade Adiniji. Like I tell you week in, week out, you never can tell where exactly it is I'll be coming to you from. And today I have found myself in the northern part of Nigeria, not so far up north, but the north central region of Nigeria. This is an agrarian community. This is a community that has a rich culture and tradition. And of course, the people here so far have been very, very hospitable. I'm talking of the Agaie community, the Emirates, interestingly, in Niger State. And today I am right here in the palace of the Etsu Agaie. I'm talking of Alhaji Yusuf Nuhu. He is the Etsu Agaie. It's good to have you on Executive Discourse, Your Highness.
Good to have you too.
Thank you. And I must say that your people are very hospitable.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Now, for the purpose of the way the style of this show, we want to get to know you, to understand who you really are, how you started your life, where you were born, perhaps maybe in Agaie here or outside, when you were born, the schools you attended, and the journey of your life up till today that you're on the seat of your fathers. So can you quickly take us through this journey?
Alhamdulillah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم. Like rightly said, I am by name Alhaji Yusuf Nuhu. I was born here in Agaie on the 4th of August 1948, here in Agaie. I started my elementary school here in Agaie in the year 1954. Graduated in 1971 as a grade 2 teacher. And I started teaching here in Agaie, the same school I did my senior primary school.
Wow.
Taught there. I did my first degree in Kano campus of ABU, now Bayero University.
Bayero University.
And I graduated with a BA Education and History. 1977. Did my NYC in Benue State, 77 to 78, where I taught in MK Teachers College in Boko, Benue State, 1 year. Then after NYC, we came back to Niger State, and I was posted to Kontagora Government Secondary School to teach history there. And I was there in 1978, 1979. Then I decided to because all my thinking then was to go and teach in a higher institution.
Institution, okay.
So when I couldn't get Zungelu Advanced College to teach here, then I decided to go to the same ATC that I went in the first place in 1979.
Yes.
And I became a lecturer there.
Wow.
At a point, I even became the head of history department there.
At the Advanced Teachers College?
At the same institution where I did my, I first went to study. I got an appointment with the Central Bank of Nigeria as an assistant director. So I moved to Lagos. I was there up to 1998 when the federal capital then, the capital then was moved from Lagos to
Abuja.
To Abuja. But my department, because all along I was in the operations department, branch operations. The branch operations couldn't move along with others because of the nature of its operations. Until 1998, when the then director, may soul rest in peace, Alhaji Ismail, sought for approval from the then DG,
okay.
Deputy Governor in charge of operations, to allow him to open a liaison office for the branch operations department in Abuja. And decided I should be the one to go and establish the liaison office. And I was allowed to go along with a number of staff that I want. And I went with about 7 staff, including my driver and my secretary, manager and one senior manager. That's what we did. So I established the liaison office of our branch operations department in Abuja head office for 1998. So I was in Bauchi branch from 2003 to 2006. When Central Bank decided again to move me further to Yola.
Uh-oh.
So I was in Yola from 2006 to 2008, when it has become mandatory for me to disengage from the Central Bank. I even attained the 60 years of retirement. So I retired in 2008. When I came back home, during my little famine, when the late Emir, may soul rest in peace, Alhaji Mohammed decided to appoint me as a district head in one of the districts here. And when he died in 2014.
2014, yes.
2014, it pleased Almighty Allah to give me the throne. And I became appointed as the Emir of Agaie. And so that's how I've been. So far, that's the journey.
Yes, that's the journey up until today.
Today.
I'm aware that in the year 1989, you contested for the throne.
Somebody told you?
Well, maybe I have my ears to the ground. A little bird told me.
Really, it happened.
What happened then?
Then I was a commissioner. When I showed my interest in occupying the throne,
yes,
the then governor, Karagadebe,
yes,
to be fair, said dissolve the cabinet, so that people like me that was having interest somewhere would be allowed to go and contest.
To go and contest.
And I did. I contested, and of course it wasn't my time. When he called me and said, Yusuf, it appeared you get this thing. I said, as it pleases God.
God.
That's what I said. That was it. And then he said, okay, but I won't allow you to go home. I'll appoint you, I'll give you another appointment. That's why he gave me an appointment as Director General.
Director General.
And Minister of Works. So, really, I did the contest in 1989.
Not winning that contest in 1989 and directly or indirectly being compensated with the position of a Director General. Did it in any way, maybe dampen your mood, dampen your enthusiasm to want to take up the throne again?
Not at all. Not at all. it is God that gives.
And He
If
takes.
it doesn't give you, why should you disturb yourself?
Yes.
I took it as it was. And of course, it wasn't the only one. I quoted again, I think that was in 1998 again.
Okay.
And of course, that showed that I wasn't...
you weren't deterred, you weren't fazed.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, having now ascended the throne of your fathers, what was it, or what do you think it is that has prepared you fully from childhood to be able to take up this exalted position? Because, I mean, having to administer and rule your people, I'm sure is no mean feat. It's a Herculean task. So what has prepared you?
One would say I was fortunate to have grew up under the tutelage of my grandfather.
Okay.
Certainly from the home training background, every prince, one would say, is getting preparations, getting that kind of training to take up things like that. Leadership thing, you start getting it from
childhood,
from your home, from your childhood. So it wasn't a new thing. You don't have to go to any school to learn that. Your fathers or your grandfathers will teach you, will train you in such a way that you will appreciate the people around you. You'll appreciate that you have a responsibility. Some people are under you,
yes,
right from home, right from childhood. So you start having that kind of...
so you're given that responsibility even from home?
From home.
In order to prepare you for the larger
that is it.
Community.
Yeah. And of course, you can see when I retired and came back, then Emir appointed me as district head.
Yes.
So I was a district head in one of the districts here. That's another training ground.
Yes.
So one would say one was fortunate to have gone through those things. And here we are today.
How easy or otherwise has it been for you to administer your people, even with all the training that you have gotten from childhood? I mean, now taking up the role properly. How easy or otherwise has it been for you?
Certainly, one should know that it is not going to be easy at all. You are dealing with human beings, not animals. And everybody has his own way of thinking. And people used to say, they have this adage, that if you are to rear animals like cattle, you need only one stick. Is that not so?
Yes.
But if you are dealing with human beings, you need, if there are 100, you need 100 sticks. And I wonder how you're going to hold the 100
sticks.
But human beings, you just have to tolerate. Just have to be humble. Just have to be firm. Once you are supposed to be firm, you get along. That's what stops you. All you need to do to understand your people and fear God.
Okay.
If you have that fear, you'll be fair and just in whatever you do.
You're doing.
And if that is done, if you are doing it that way, people will come to appreciate that. Maybe initially, but
with time
goes on, you'll be okay. We are used to it.
Wow. On my way down here to Agaie, I discovered that it looks like this is an agrarian community because I saw swaths of farmlands. I got the opportunity to actually see some products, some farm products that I had never seen, like the millet.
Yeah.
Now, I'm wondering, with the amount of arable land that Niger State has, that Agaie as a community has, and the federal government's drive to return us to agriculture, the economic dependence of the country to agriculture. How well have the people of this community been able to embrace agriculture on a commercial level, not just for individual consumption?
Of course, one can say so far so good. Our people here knowing very well that they don't have any other trade than farming. They have embraced all the programs on agriculture that the federal government or the state government are coming out with.
Yes.
Of course, we are not also left behind as an emirate. We have also been making people to understand that we have to work farm, because that's what we have. And in the emirate, we have been started organizing the farmers into group associations.
Associations, okay.
So that whatever program of the federal government or state government comes on agriculture, they will be prepared to embrace it. We are doing that. And of course, we have this African Development Bank thing attached. My council member is a member of that group. And they've been busy making people to understand how to know how to improve their farming
systems.
And of course, we have seen the result. Was it 2 or 3 days ago? We had a meeting with some of our people 2 days ago.
Okay.
And some of the villagers, farmers who were called here, some of them attested to the fact that now, with the understanding they have now got from this African Development Bank thing,
yes,
the yield from their farms has increased.
Okay.
Particularly rice production here, because they now do it rainy season and dry season.
Yes. Okay.
So our people are embracing all these things very much, and they are doing fine.
Looking at the rates of population growth and expansion in Nigeria, are you also in agreement that agriculture can actually be a mainstay of the Nigerian economy on its own?
I am. Not just in particular, like you mentioned rightly, that we have more land. We have land more than any other part. It is farming that will hold this country together, because when you as a nation, you must be able. First of all, you must be able to feed yourself before we can move to another level of industrialization. That's exactly where we are in now, and of course, our people are ready for it. And with these government programs that are coming, people are embracing now. I think we get there. If not because of what we are now having, insurgency and some other things, I doubt very much within a short time we'll be able to get there.
Your Highness, talking about the Nigerian state, the Nigeria as a country and its people. I know that back in the days, even before independence, and possibly even after independence, the traditional institutions were very well recognized. Traditional rulers were actually the ones who were administering the people. But today, it looks like there is little or no recognition, even at the national level, or sometimes even at the state level, for the traditional institution. What's your take on this? How have we gotten to this level? And how do we begin to get ourselves out of this logjam?
The way I look at it, because I study history, as I said, and of course our forefathers, they are they have more wisdom than us. They laid the foundation. And at the moment, you as a young man or a young person now come to say, those are archaic things, old things, let's move away from it. Without you studying whatever you want to borrow from somewhere very well. You get to this type of position that we now find ourselves. The Europeans, the colonial masters, when they came, they found us, particularly we in the north here,
yes,
and by some part of Yoruba land, they found that we had our own system of administration, and they could see clearly that would save them time and money, and so they adopted ours and used our traditional rulers in what they call indirect rule, giving all the necessary backing to the traditional rulers, whereby they will be able to get whatever they have in their mind to come and achieve here.
Mm.
And of course, they did achieve whatever they came to achieve. And of course, our traditional rulers were given their own powers to exercise. A DO, when he comes to town, you go straight to the Emir's palace. Whatever he wants, they will tell the Emir, and the Emir will do it for them. And of course, even the present administration have started realizing the fact that using the structure of the traditional institution will make it easier for them to govern this country. They've been saying this so. 2 or 3 years ago, we attended a conference on security. The former IG.
Okay.
We attended one in Kaduna, one in Abuja, where they said it would be better for the country to use the structure, traditional rulers as a structure, to secure the country. We were waiting for that kind of thing to happen. It didn't happen up till now. But again, not quite long ago, but beginning of this year, Governors Forum established a committee to look into the possible ways of giving the traditional institution role to play, that is giving them some kind of recognition.
Yes.
In those days, emirs and chiefs were like local government, national authority.
Exactly.
They collected taxes.
Taxes, yes.
Levy whatever they want to levy. They developed their local government areas with the taxes that were collected.
Yes.
And things were moving fine. But now we have local governments, 774 of them, and they are getting their own share of federation accounts, federation accounts, and you can see how things are. Today, we are fighting insecurity. If any governor will tell you how much he spends on fighting insecurity, you'll be surprised.
Wow.
And their spending is quite all right, because they will have to establish security organs.
Yes.
Soldiers, police, put them in committees, every month give them certain amount of money to take care of their boys that will be doing the
legwork.
So they need to get back to us. Use our structure. We have district heads, we have village heads, we have ward heads. These people are within their people. So they know any strange person that
they know what's happening.
They know what is happening
In their communities.
In those days, if anybody comes into the town or to any village, the village head will know why, from where, what is he doing. And of course, one thing is lacking again. This taxes thing that we're talking about.
Okay.
In those days, whatever you want to move to, you go with your receipts that you have paid tax from where you are coming from.
Okay.
So if they see a receipt, you have paid tax somewhere, they know that you are not a useless person. You are a person that one would trust.
It's a proof of credible identity.
Now we don't have that. People move around like anyhow. Criminals move around anyhow.
Wow.
That's what is happening.
But there have also been some insinuations in quarters that, just as you said, that there's been so much talk about reintegrating the traditional institutions into the organs of leadership. But there have been insinuations from some quarters that perhaps the politicians feel threatened by the traditional rulers, maybe believing that they will be usurping their authority or their powers.
That's it. But they should know that they are part of the traditional rulers. They are part of it. Some are not our subjects. They are our subjects. And of course, when they come to bear for such offices, they do come to us. We do see them as our people in whatever level in government. So we should have that trust. Nobody is usurping anybody's
authority or powers.
We're even saying, well, let's work together. We are hearing of bandits here and there. Ask any traditional ruler in this country. They know how much they have been doing to get their people secure. Because anything happen to your people, even before your creator, you account
exactly.
for it.
You'll answer for it.
We do take that in our mind. We are not usurping anybody's power. We are doing we are taking care of our responsibility.
You're complimenting them.
You are complimenting them.
Your Highness, you just talked briefly about you delved into security issues, which I was going to go into, to talk about. Now, like it or not, the truth of the matter is that Niger State today has become a hotbed of banditry and terrorism. There are places in Niger State that you dare not drive around without an escort. Even with escorts, you find yourself sometimes in very tough situations. But on our way here, we're able to drive through here safely without any fears at all. I'm wondering, how have you, as the Emir of Agaie, with your chiefs, your district heads, even the people, been able to keep yourselves and the people of this emirate safe from banditry and terrorism so far?
Like I said, alhamdulillah, all the emirs around here, Bida, Agaie, Lapai, like I said, since we know that it's our responsibility to ensure that our people are protected, nobody jokes with anything to do with security. Apart from getting our people enlightened,
yes,
make sure that you report any movement, report it to your village head or to your ward head. And the ward head or the village head will get to this district head. And district head will immediately get to the council members. And once that is done, if it's the one that we alert the police,
yes,
we alert them. Besides that, we also hold meetings. We used to do it monthly. Security meetings,
okay,
where the village heads, the district heads, and the police, the law enforcement agents, all in the emirate here, in the local government will be part of it, and will report things and maybe solve certain problems between maybe herders and farmers, and any strange movement that we hear about, we get the law enforcement agencies to
investigate,
to take care of that. And of course, we have our vigilante
okay,
people.
Your local vigilante
local
groups.
Vigilante. And we have got them well organized.
Okay.
And one of my council members is even the direct
head
in charge of them.
Oh, great.
Anything they happen, they report to him. We are not taking anything for granted.
For granted.
Anything we hear, and wherever I am, I may be, even if I'm not in town, I get information from the village heads or the district heads, and my council members also do have such information.
Okay.
So such information, people don't like to give it to the police.
Yes,
but if they give it
sadly
to us,
so.
we will know how to use it and get our people secured. That's what we do. And of course, we always look up to our Creator.
Almighty Allah.
Pray. God give us peace. Take them far away from us.
From you.
And God has been answering our prayers too. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Still talking of the Emirates of Agaie and the people, I know that one very important issue which has taken the front burner of discussions, not just in your community, not just in Niger State, but in Nigeria, is about the Barrow port. Now, we seem to have heard so much, but some people are of the opinion that there's been little action. What is the situation?
Well, Barrow is very important.
Yes.
Not to us in Agaie, not to our people in Barrow, but to Nigeria.
Nigeria, yes.
And we have been doing our best, all the possible ways to get the people to buy into getting Barrow back to where it was even during the colonial era. Some of us happen to know Barrow. When Barrow was Barrow, vessels were coming to barge. Goods were offload, and some agricultural were brought from the far north to Barrow to ship to Lagos and from there on to European countries. We witnessed all those when we were kids. I still remember very well when the vessel of Her Majesty Queen,
The Queen.
Elizabeth was brought to Barrow. I was in senior primary school then, and
Okay.
I think that was in 1960 or 62. And some of us were selected from our classes to go and enter that vessel to
The
see
vessel.
Her Majesty Queen's. I also witnessed the visit by the then Premier of Northern Nigeria, Sir Ahmad Bello, together with the then Emir of Kano. They came and we followed them to Barrow when they also entered the ship, witnessed the place. Barrow has been very, very important to the economy of this country. And of course, that's why our forefathers, Tafa Balewa's government, Sadauna's government, all have great vision for Barrow. They even have master plan for it to make it a larger airport. Then Barrow, we have all these European companies, USC, UTC, all of them had their canteens there. Even today, if you go to Barrow, you see the relics of those there. And the railway terminal from Mina, it is there. So we are urging everybody in Nigeria that know the importance of the inland water port should be part of us to move for getting Barrow port commissioned by the president to function now. And of course, to make it function, all the necessary things that needed to be done should be done.
Yes.
You have a port, you must have access roads.
Exactly.
You must have a railway, whatever, network. That's exactly what I told Amechi when we had a town hall meeting in Ilorin.
Okay.
About 3 or 4 years ago in Ilorin. What you need to do, in fact, he said that at the end of the day, he said he would deliver a message to the Minister of Works then. I said, do all the roads that lead to the port, from Agaie, Kacha to Barrow.
Yes, because I was going to talk about the roads on our way here.
Agaie,
The Lapai Agaie Road.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
In fact, I have already told my crew members that I do not see us going back on that road because it is particularly bad. Apart from the fact that it's very bad, we counted the minimum of about 250 trailers, tankers, articulated vehicles on that road. And how can this road lead to such a major economic investment?
I told Amechi, do Agaie Kacha Barrow Road. Let it bust out at Gegu to connect Abuja Lokoja Expressway. Do the Nambata Lapai Agaie Bida. If you do that, you have opened the whole of North Central to more economic activities. That's what I told him then, and he said he was going to deliver a message to Fashola.
Yes.
I'm planning to meet Fashola very soon.
Because I was going to ask if you have actually engaged the Minister of Works at any point.
He was even here.
Oh.
He came here. You remember we met at the bridge down there when he came to see the road to Barrow here.
Okay.
And he promised me then he was going to put Agaie Kacha Barrow under Skook, where funding will be more regular. Will be more regular and better than that of yearly budgetary thing. If you are to rely on the budgetary thing for 20 years,
it won't be done.
This road won't be done. So we're still making that move. And I'm not staying there. I'm moving further.
Okay.
To find time to see whoever is there in Abuja to be seen. And of course, we have gotten some people who are Nigerians and who have partners in overseas who are ready to provide funds to develop the Barrow port and even the accessory, all the road networks and even railway. All they need perhaps will be the consent of government and the guarantee I don't know how they would do it. Economists and the ministry people will know how to do that
Yes.
arithmetic. If that is done and they allow the people to do it, within no time they will get Barrow
It will be
functioning.
done.
It will be done. And it will benefit to the whole country, not to the people of Barrow, to the people of Agaie. The whole country.
Well, we all hope it will take off properly and we'll resolve it once and for all. All right, Your Highness, we've talked so much about your Emirates here. We've talked about security and a few other issues. I think at this point, we need to take a break on this program because it's important that we get to talk to some of the people who work with you to ensure that things run smoothly in the Agaie Emirates here, and also a few people that you have interacted with in the course of your lifetime. I'm sure you agree with me on that.
Okay.
All right. The program is still Executive Discuss, coming to you on the network service of the NTA. It's time now for us to take a quick break. Let's get to meet a few individuals that have worked with His Royal Highness, are working with him, and so much more. We'll be right back.
Is a very sincere person. Most cases that come before us, he will enjoy us to do justice to it. If you mention His Royal Highness, the first thing that occurs to you is justice. You get justice from him. The relationship between His Royal Highness and council members, as far as I'm concerned, is very cordial, and they'll like him because they know that he will not even tolerate injustice. So to start with, you don't even take anything to him except that which you know is the right thing. And you dare not lie to him, because anytime he proves that, he will not be happy about it, and he will not hesitate to show it.
Alhaji Yusuf, known the 13th Emir of Agaie, is a patient man, tolerant, humble, an epitome of leadership. His development focus, particularly since he came on throne, has been pursuing the issue of Barrow. His unity of purpose cuts no bounds, whether Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. Finally, he's a farmer.
As a father figure, you have somebody that you are confident that at any point in time you can talk to him, you can go to him with any other thing. You know, he's always ready to listen and open to ideas, irrespective of what your age is, what your relationship with him is, as long as it's something that is going to bring some level of development to the entire emirate, or something that is going to promote the progress of the family or some individuals, he's always ready to listen.
Still Executive Discuss on the network service of the NTA. Yes, we've met a few people that have come in contact with His Royal Highness Alhaji Yusuf Nuhu, the Emir of Agaie Emirates in Niger State. Your Highness, I know that, yes, we talked about agriculture before, and you're a farmer, because I know you have a farm.
I have a farm.
Okay, what form of agriculture, what form of farming are you into?
When I came back newly as a retired person,
Yes.
I established that farm, doing some poultry and fish farming too. But I wasn't always available, so things didn't go
Too well.
too well. But I still retain my farm.
Okay.
And I do jatofa there. I do rice farming, rice.
Yes.
I do maize, and a little bit of cattle rearing over there too. Not much. Small 2, 3, 5
Okay.
things. Keep them there. And occasionally I do visit the farm. It's quite a long time I visit the place.
Talking about your role as the head of the Emirate, the Emir of Agaie, I'm sure that you must have encountered some challenges since your reign. Can you take us through them and how you've been able to surmount those challenges? Because I know, like you also, confirmed earlier, it is not easy to administer or to rule human beings. We can be very difficult. How challenging has it been for you?
Well, one doesn't need to mention some of the challenges anyway. But good thing we have been able to find our ways around
those challenges.
Yeah. Anything that is established as a tradition in a place, and you come with new ideas to improve on that, certainly you must find it difficult to get through. But we have to tolerate whatever, and make sure that people come to understand where you are going, and then they come to appreciate at the long run what we are trying to do. People certainly have mindset on certain things.
Yes.
Such mindset might not be good for
the larger
community. So you look at the larger community, what benefits that what you are bringing will be to the larger community.
Yes.
That's what you look into. But certainly, you still have to be fair to those who would not want to shift from where they have been. You have to be fair to them. Tolerate them, because it's all about understanding. But eventually they will come to understand that where you are taking them to is better than where they wouldn't want to live. That's it.
Wow.
So we are moving on.
We are moving.
We're moving on.
On my way here, in fact, when we got to the palace, I saw it was a beehive of activities. So definitely I knew that, Your Highness, you can be a very busy man in one form or the other, when you're here and when you're not even in the Emirates. And I'm wondering, how has this affected your immediate family? Maybe I'm talking from the perspective of a woman, knowing that when you are men take up responsibilities, especially when it has to do with the larger society, sometimes the family suffers.
There's no way they will complain, because I give them their own time. I take good care of them.
Yeah, we know you take good care of them, but we're talking of your time and availability.
Even time I give it to them.
Well,
it's all about plan your things. Certainly, they know when duty calls, any emergency for the people I'm heading, certainly they will have to
take the back burner.
Allow me to go and take care of this, because my Creator will ask me, and I will be alone
when
there
you're
to answer the question.
Okay, well, I like the way you ended it about your Creator, but the first part of it where you said certainly they will have no cause to complain, I think I need to hear from the members of the family. Yes. It's time for us to meet the members of the family of His Royal Highness Alhaji Yusuf Nuhu, the Emir of Agaie Emirates. He has his own opinion. Let's find out from the members of the family. We'll be right back.
Tunka kuno doza kangiona sokoji muchiwe yahu. Wana sokoge jiwe ya zanduro. Ugwa itsoji na japo katanyo beina azo agizi. Agonga izakangi ayo amange laga wayo. So baga doji mwete ga zanduro. Wakati uziro chilobu ngu solve yawe. Nyamgalie gwa wanyinyo achegyo ga kiji woyo. So baga doji tunda ga zakangi ga sokoji ushiri mucho. Harbe na mbiaje za tuna.
He's a man that loves his family. He can do anything to make his family happy. He really tried for us, and we appreciate him. And it's the appreciation and the training that we are keeping up to now. Father of all is a man that does not discriminate. He thinks of others before himself, and we appreciate that because he has given us a knowledge.
A wonderful father, a down-to-earth person, very humble and understanding. And is a disciplinarian. He's our role model. I would like to say that, and I know I'm speaking the minds of every child in this house. He's a kind of person that likes a very straightforward person, that we should deviate from all negative things. He has time for his family, but honestly, it's not as much as before. And so before we can go to him, we will sit, talk, but now sometimes you might even call him, he won't speak, but I immediately saw your missed call and he's free, we call back.
He's a nice man. He loves everybody. And we are very happy to be his children. The way he trains us, we are very happy with him. Because all what he needs is for his children to have their education.
He's very gentle, very simple man. You find you to also mile difference don't do ya.
Bagado izaguru yo so sanyi. Zaguru gala menge kwazu mababa mi. Unchiga ebana wa Amina dana. Mikbiwelia unso makbimia. Amange boza guru bore. Mama zana wa odana wa jonga za gungurungu yo so sanyi. Mitso mali mi mala tabale unjuele akam magajon. Miga kafi mitinyana enjazwani.
He has been a role model. I've always looked up to him to do anything in my life because of the kind of person I observed that he has been. A very simple person, somebody that is caring, somebody that loves people more than himself, somebody that, let's say, try to put himself in someone's shoe and then relate to what is going to happen to him.
My childhood was nice with my dad. Despite we don't spend all the weekends with him, anytime we have the chance, we feel happy he's around us, and we go visit him during the holidays too.
Usually he doesn't really meddle in our lives like that. He will only advise you when you come to him, because he has already set a standard. So, and Alhamdulillah, we all carry on like that, and unless we go to him to ask for to seek his advice on things we want to do going forward, that's when he will say, even at that, he will only say, you shall be mindful of what you are doing and know where you are from, know where you're going to.
He has influenced me in so many ways. I'm so grateful that he's my dad. I used to imagine that if I haven't come from him, then what will I have become in the society? So I know he so much have this belief that one should not relent, and you should always believe in yourself. And that has always been what is driving me on. And he always wants us to be self-dependent. We should work for something for ourselves. We should not carry his name all about that. Maybe we are something, he don't like it.
As I know, there is an airboss and dondo, no saga family, and when we was and dondo. Serenio Yunusa to the Kangi, Lamino and Ondo at one in Yeshibum la Gituan, Hachigagu, Yons and Airbosa Kamanachigagu, and Airboy Gizaji to him so in Hachigagu. To Kendo Mega to work part early, like Kendo no you in a garden, so what do be right balo be laughy?
His Highness is a man of honesty, a man of his words. He's a man, and every child would love to have a father. And him being the Emir of Agaie, and I always see him as my father. I don't look at him as an Emir, seriously.
He's a born Emir. I mean, that is summing up his characteristics as a person. Nice, gentle, humble, generous. He's tough. He's very tough, but again, he can be easily moved to tears. Yes, that's him.
Our father is a good man, he's a kind one, and if you ask him something, he can give you anything you want. Don't be scared to ask him.
The time that they gave him Emir, they didn't born us, but when my mother told me that he was a king, I was very happy. And anything I asked him about, he always used to give me. All my brothers and sisters always used to tell me that he was a good and kind and generous man, that he worked in the CBN and worked a teacher at college school. And I was so proud of him as my daddy.
All right, it's still executive discourse, and at this point, my lips are sealed. You will decide for yourselves. I mean, you heard His Royal Highness, and you've also heard the members of the family. Decide for yourself what point you want to take from there about how much time indeed he has for the family. It's really been an honor speaking with you, Your Royal Highness. But before I let you go, I need, because I'm impressed with the level of peace in this community. You've said so much about how you've been able to keep people safe, even the restive youths and all of that. I'll now want you to, because what we do on this program is to try to encourage other people, Nigerians from different strata of the society. I'll want you to speak to the conscious sense of Nigerians, speak to Nigerians on how we can live in peace. Please talk to the viewers.
Alhamdulillah, Nigerians really, we have come a long way living together. And I cannot see us going on different paths now. All we need is more understanding of each other and fear our Creator, fear God. There is no tribe or no part of the country that can live alone without needing anything from the other part. So we just have to tolerate each other and live in peace. I'm appealing to Nigerians, even the leaders, let's also do our best, like our forefathers did, and then allow the country to remain one and indivisible country. So we should also do the same thing. All we need to do to improve on certain things, make sure our youth are fully engaged, make sure that we improve some economic activities in our societies. And if everybody is busy, nobody will start thinking of anything bad against the other person at all. So let's live together.
Thank you so much, Your Highness. Thank you so much for these fatherly words of advice. And I'm sure that viewers watching will take heed of your advice. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you very much.
Indeed, we need one another. We must think of the collective rather than the me factor. Because you need me just the way I need you. And that is what I'm taking away from this conversation today with His Royal Highness Alhaji Yusuf Nuhu, the Emir of Agaie Emirate in Niger State, North Central Nigeria. We're all the same. Though our tribes and tongues may differ, but we remain one, and we just must strive to remain one indivisible country, Nigeria. We have had a good time today. Please, let's do this again, same time next week, as this is where we draw the curtain on the conversation on Executive Discourse on the network service of the NTA. Till we meet again, same time, same station. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Bye-bye.